Hi everyone, welcome to A Chandler's Channel. I'm Tracy and I'm your host. Today's session is on mental health. Now, I work with the daylight, so I was hoping it would be a little sunnier out because then you get a better picture. But it's quite apropos that it's kind of overcast now that we're talking about mental health. So for those of you who are new and just joining, I consciously channel my spirit guide Whitehawk, who in turn gives us messages of love, guidance. He gives us teachings, and he provides us with his wisdom. So that's what I do. Now, last week's topic was social media. So if you haven't had a chance to see that, please visit the archives for that. We got a lesson in manners. So today is mental health, and this is very important. It's a big topic these days. And so I'm dedicating today's session to any and all who have ever been touched with depression, anxiety, any sort of mental health. God bless you. So let's go get Whitehawk and let's get started. And he says, indeed, mental health, he says, it is a very important issue in this day and age, he says, is it not? Well, he says, the direction I'm going to go, he says, for this topic might be very confusing for some, he says. But I ask you to hold on, he says. Pay attention. Listen. For it may not resonate with you at this point in time, but it may resonate later. He asks of us. So Whitehawk is is in a chair, and he's got a stick in his hand, and he's playing in the fire. So we're all around this bonfire, and we're just hanging there listening to his words. And it's almost like we've just, come and hung out at the fire with Whitehawk, and we've just arrived, and he starts to talk and shares his wisdom with us. And so it's a nice time. It's a peaceful time. So he stirs the embers of the fire, and he continues. He says, yes, thank you, little one, for that intro, he says. It is very apropos to know that we have arrived. He says, as I was stating before little one jumped in, he says, I'm going to go in a different direction with this one. You have all come here today to listen to this little one, meaning me, Tracy, to listen to her speak of depression, anxiety, angst, murder, suicide, bipolar, psychotics, and he's just sort of reaming off all the issues topics of mental health, or what you could put in that topic. Yes, he says. But he says, I don't want to talk about those. I want to talk about you guys, he says. How you're feeling. Why you've come here today. And everyone kind of starts and, speaking up, and there's mutterings going on amongst each other, and they're not really speaking up to Whitehawk, but they're kind of muttering to themselves or to their friend next to them as to why they've come here. And he says, then no matter, he says, we've all come here for different reasons, he says, and they are good reasons. But my reason, he says, is different for being here, he says. Very different. For I love each and every one of you differently, as oddly as you all are. And I love you, he says, for that reason, and that reason only. For it is what makes you, you. He says, listen, if the Lord wanted you to be made in a mold of each other, in other words, to be cloned, you would have been, but you have not. We have come here on our journey to this earth, he says, to be different, to play out our roles here on earth differently. I do not want you to be the same, and I assure you, he says, neither does he. For as I just said, he would have made us all clones, he says. I don't want you to be like your sister. I do not want you to be like your brother, your neighbor, your mother. I just want you to be you, he says. That's all I want you to be. And everybody's just kind of, hanging out at the fire, listening to his words, and they're embracing his words. They're accepting his words. And they're relaxed. It's a very, very relaxed atmosphere. Now, I know you were hoping I was going to come up with some big words, he says. Some magic remedy. But it is a magic remedy. I just want you to be you. For that's how I love you. And for that's how others will love you, he says. That is all, my friends. Be blessed. He says, be blessed in knowing that I love you for you, and only you, not for bits and parts of you that are you and somebody else. What I saw in you was you. He says, now go forth and be you. And everyone's just hanging around the fire. Happy, joyful, calm, content, roasting marshmallows, gazing into the fire, and just being them. God bless. I'd love to go sit by a fire now and roast some marshmallows. So I think in this message, he's really just telling us to be us, whoever that fully is, and you know who you are. So simply go out into the world and be you. Now, next session, our topic is on highly sensitive people, as I am a highly sensitive person. So you'll want to tune in for that to find out what a highly sensitive person is. And if you haven't had a chance to listen to our weekly message from last week, April 8th to 14th, please do so. And our next weekly message will be this Monday for April 15th to 21st. So this is an important topic, so please share this video, subscribe, like, comment. Let me know how this video comment and let me know how this video resonated with you. I know it was a surprise for me, so let's put it that way. And when you do comment, keep it clean and be kind. God bless. I'm Tracy for a Chandler's Channel.